No, I just thought it was a really important game for us, and Cairns presents a lot of difficulty defensively. They're athletic and they're tough. So the the situation with playing those games against Perth and playing Melbourne, those physical tough games and losing, coming up here and being tested in that manner. You know, it was a game where we couldn't lose the effort areas, and they were desperate as well. They've coming off a break, they're starting again, and we knew we'd get their best shot, which has been happening on a consistent basis, and it would be a test energy-wise. So I mean, we didn't play the perfect game again, but I thought we played hard. We played better than offensively than we had. You know, we got the ball moving. We had a lot more passes and the ball side to side than we had in the last two games against Perth. And I thought we started slow again defensively, but we picked it up as it went on. And you look at the last three games yesterday after today, you know, Adelaide beating Melbourne, Sydney beating Perth, and then, you know, Tassie getting New Zealand strongly. What you say, there's no game that you can say, oh, you've got that. So to come up here and get a win was a great effort on our part, and we feel really good about getting that under our belt and the practice that we've had today leading into Tasmania.
And I guess you're coming off in the first half. It was quite a tight contest, and in the second half, it was pretty much given away. How was that? I guess were you expecting that, and how did you put on that scoreboard pressure?
Well, I just think, I mean, let's talk about Cairns. You know, Adams coming into this game, three guys down, and they're very dependent on McCall, their point guard, who's tremendous, and he got in foul trouble. And that enabled us, gave us even, you know, a little bit more. So when he was on the floor, which he was more of the first half, it was obviously a closer game. You took him out of that lineup, and we started to move and got a lead on him. And then again in the fourth quarter, when it was, you know, 8 or 9 points, it jumped to 20 when he fouled out. He's a huge piece when you got the other three out. So you have to take advantage of that. But it was an advantage, him being in foul trouble.
And was that a focus for you guys to really work on McCall and get him out of the game?
No. It just, I don't think we're there. This is early, and we're just still trying to get lineups comfortable playing together. So it would be a compliment to us to say we were capable of doing that. We were just, we're trying to attack with on balls, and he was in a defensive situation. A lot of that because he was guarding the on ball. But it wasn't something that we said leading into the game, we're going to get this guy in foul trouble. We were just trying to get the ball moving and get it into multiple on balls, and he ended up, you know, having to defend those situations because he was a point guard.
And Justinian, he played player of the match. How did you find his performance?
Well, we had him last year, and there was a lot of conversation on his moving forward in this second season, you know, becoming more of a rounded player, not just a shooter. And he's doing, even in the games that we lost, he has a huge job defensively. He's also doing a great job for us on the boards. And he's scoring for us, where last year it was more, you know, score, where this year he's becoming a more rounded player. And that's our, you know, he's our next, you know, our next one. That's an additional piece that makes us competitive.
And you're going to be on the road again playing against Hobart Thursday night, I believe. How's that going to be, having, I guess, 2 weeks or coming up to 2 weeks on the road?
Well, we've had, you know, 4 games in 8 days, and, you know, all of this, when you get asked this question, you know, in years past, you know, but honestly, and I'm sure the other teams are the same, so excited that, you know, we're moving past the COVID side of this with the team. We've had everyone get it, and now we're, you know, coming out the other end, and it's no longer mindless practice where you're just practicing and you don't know when the next game's coming. We were excited about playing, so it's very hard to say to you, oh, we got 4 games in 8 days, this isn't right. And then on the flip side saying, when are we going to play? So I mean, we're excited to be playing, and we need to play to get better. You know, we've practiced a lot, so it's challenging. All the teams in this are good, and we haven't gone into our bench too deep, so those guys are going to become more and more important as it goes on, but no complaints out of our camp about games.
Any other questions?
The thing, I just think the difference between last year and this year is we seem, I don't know, part of it that I'm the national coach. Another part of it that, the season that we had last year, I watch the teams sometimes that we've played and they play somebody else and it doesn't seem like they're as energetic or as desperate as when they come into our stadium. And I just feel like we're getting everybody's best. And when we get their best, a lot of times some of the games you've seen aren't relevant. And I know that New Zealand is going to be fired up after the last game for this one. So it was kind of like, one of the teams got beat pretty good. Perth got beat pretty good in Adelaide and came into our place, and I knew they don't lose these games, and we got beat. And so I know what I'm saying is that our group, I don't have to keep reminding them, we're going to get everyone's best shot. So all of these games, the game up here, Tassie, New Zealand, everybody's tough. So if we don't bring our aim game, we're in trouble, and I don't have to harp on that. They know it.
And Gorge, finally, mate, I just want to get a thought on AC, the human highlight reel, mate. That dunk in the fourth quarter, I mean, that was pretty special, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, as he goes, I think he's, and it's something that we've talked about last year, where Justinian's gone with him is this piece for us on a consistent basis. AC now, how he goes has his role in this. He's always guarding the other team's best player, the Justin Simon role, and then we brought him in here for an addition offensively to Justin. So him getting 14 points, getting out on the break, getting on the rim, and then that play that he made against a very athletic team and one of the most athletic players in the league really gives the team a lift. So we're playing off his energy, and he's shown flashes, and now we're trying to get more consistency on that. But we haven't had a guy that could do something like that. I haven't in a long time, just that play alone. So really exciting on where he can go and how he is important to the team, and it was a sensational play.